My name is Scott Tasker. I was a crew chief for a tactical aircraft maintenance. I was assigned to the 99th Reconnaissance Squadron in the Air Force, and I served from 93 to 96.
My name's Chris Thornton. I was in the Army, served from '08 to 2011, and I was a 35 Fox and a 19 Delta. That's an Intel analyst and a Cav Scout. I wanted to join when I saw the planes hit the towers back in 2001, I believe that was. So I wanted to join the military then and there, but I was too young. So eventually I came up with a plan B per se. Went to college, that didn't work. So I decided to go to the military to not only serve my country, but also go to college. So that happened on my 20th birthday. Hectic. It was hard fitting in at first. One time I was sitting at a Target and I saw trash everywhere, and I kept picking up trash, and it lasted for like 2 hours. I was upset that civilians were leaving trash everywhere. Yeah, and driving, I was fearful of a lot of things, like things on the side of the road. Didn't like how people were driving. Other than that, authority, had a problem with authority for a while. That led me getting in trouble, but we'll talk about that later.
It was I constantly had to struggle with alcohol. It started out with alcohol and moved to drugs later on, but I did well for quite a while, and just everything kind of steamrolled on me, and eventually I ended up getting in trouble. Well, like I said, I struggled with drugs and alcohol and stuff. But when I'd gotten into drugs, I ended up losing my business, and as a result of that, lost all my income pretty quickly. So I ended up forging checks, and of course that was a temporary fix. But that was it.
I was at a mall, and I was at a kiosk, and 3 cops showed up on my left side, 2 females and a male. The male came up and talked to me for about 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds, but it was a normal conversation. And out of that, he just grabbed me out of nowhere, and I didn't know why he was doing it, but I immediately reacted and I fought him, and that's what landed me in jail. I knew I had some problem as soon as I got back from Afghanistan up until that point, but it really hit ahead when it came to the crime that was committed. And they were able to do a diagnosis, and I found out that I did have PTSD. Go figure. Immediately, I thought it was going to be kind of cool, the idea of it, because, there's more people like me there that have a little issues and know exactly where I'm coming from or where I've been. When I got there, there's a lot of young guys, so they were doing a lot of young guy, immature things. Other than that, the dorm was run well. The program was different because y'all were going through a transition, and we were in the middle of it. So, we did the best we could with it, but the intent was always good, and that goodness did seep out. It showed. The goodness did show. So I took advantage of everything that I was taught there, and I think it's pretty awesome to have, definitely.
When you're in the general population, there's so much negativity and so much influence to do the wrong thing that it's very easily you can slide back in your old ways pretty easily. But if it had not have been for the veterans dorm, I probably would have stayed in general population and ended up possibly back in trouble when I got out. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come back to the veterans dorm so badly, because I knew that they were able to teach me the tools I needed to be successful when I did get out of prison. No, I appreciated the fact that most everybody there, we all had common problems and common goals. We were all moving towards the same direction, basically. So, like Chris said, it's pretty easy to talk to people, and we could, the group of people we had there, you could all band together and help each other out. And if one person was struggling somewhere, we always had somebody there to kind of help us through.
Actually, it was being able to talk to somebody on the outside, definitely. And talking to other veterans that have, been through what we've been through, the same things we've been through. But learning new things and how to cope with things. There was a therapist there that really helped us out. There's breathing techniques that we learned. That really helped me out for the fact that I've got PTSD. That really helped. But it was the curriculum that y'all had set up for us that I really benefited from the most. That's the part that I liked the most. Future? Awesome. Okay, so I plan on moving back. Right now we're in Texas, by the way. Plan on moving back to Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm from. I want to go to school there to become, they don't call them mechanics, they call them auto techs now. And I want to stack up some cash and eventually move to Colorado. It's an outdoorsman state, and I love to be outdoors. So that's what I plan on doing. I definitely want to get into the car culture because I love cars. So that's what I want to do. It's time to make career moves.
I owned a fence company before, and that's something I want to get back to. But as of right now, things are looking up from here. It's real important for me to build that foundation for my future, and I'm definitely moving in the right direction. Got a job now, so just like I said, everything's looking good as far as getting back on my feet.